Let's play a little drawing a blank. That was well done, Kevin Wildes. Talking some Joe Burrow now. The Bengals quarterback not exactly sailing through camp this year, reportedly struggling in a pretty bad way, coming off the ACL surgery. A report from The Athletic said in part, throws that felt like layups last year are dropping harmlessly away from receivers or easily broken up by multiple defenders. There might be a multitude of reasons for the struggles, but this has been ugly. At one point, pressure pushed into his face and Burrow lifted his leg into the air almost to avoid any accident with the closed pocket. Makes you wonder if the knee is still in his head, but that's strictly guesswork. Bottom line, there's no way to say his play looks comfortable at this point, and this isn't at all what you have seen from Burrow, even in the early camp moments of last season. All right, Brandon, break this down for us. Joe Burrow's reported struggles should have Bengals fans feeling blank.
Jenna, sad. It should have them feeling sad. 2019, Joe Burrow takes the scene, and he goes out there in college football and lights it up. And he finds himself in a national championship. And he did what he did all season. He lit that up. And now he's in the locker room. He has a stogie in his hand. He's puffing on his stogie, celebrating. Confidence, strong. Everybody knew this was the guy. This was going to be the first overall pick, the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft. Fast forward, he gets on the scene. He lights it up in OTAs. He lights it up in camp. He lights it up in preseason. And then over the first 10 weeks of the regular season, he's lighting it up. Historic season. He's on pace to have a historic season as a rookie at the quarterback position. And then he gets hit. ACL, gone. MCL, damage. PCL, damage. And now, 9 months later, Joe Burrow's on the practice field. This guy that we saw with the confidence, the guy that we saw in that locker room in 2019, that guy's not there anymore. So they should be feeling sad because when you think about Joe Burrow, you think about confidence. You think about a guy that gets it done effortlessly. This dude is not there right now. Sometimes it may take a guy like Adrian Peterson 7 months to recover from an ACL. Sometimes it takes guys a little longer, like Frank Gore, and take a year or 2 years to get back. This is the dude that you've been waiting for. You had Carson Palmer there years ago, and since then, you had Andy Dalton, you had these other guys. But this is the dude. This is the dude that can get it done. And now he's in camp, and he's playing this way. This is sad, Nick, because Joe Burrow is a guy that can lead you to victory at least 7 to 8 games by himself. If you go back and watch last season, he was getting it done. So they should be sad. I'm sad because this dude is next level, and this injury is derailing the start of his career.
It's brutal, and you just wonder if that was, unfortunately, the fork in the road moment of his career. You hope that's not the case. I know Joe a little bit. I like Joe a ton as a person. And this is, if you remember seeing the injury down on his own goal line against Washington, it was 3rd and short. They have him drop back to throw a bomb inexplicably, and he just gets his knee annihilated. And so, you know how Bengals fans should be feeling? I'm sorry, but they should be feeling awful Bengalsy. Like, yeah, of course. Like, yeah, we've been down this road before. We saw it with Kajana Carter on his 3rd touch in the preseason. There are certain franchises that are unfortunately just snake bitten. So I feel like the Bengals and maybe their fans can get on a Zoom call with some Clippers fans and do some group therapy. At least the Bengals fans have the justification of they're the only football team in town. We got to be Bengals fans. But it's just, I feel terrible for Joe and for Bengals fans. Unfortunately, Wildes, they've been down this road before. You can't write him off. Can't write his career off, obviously. But it was the worst case scenario for a #1 overall pick, and that's where they find themselves.
Okay, so this is a sad scenario with a simple solution. Just be patient. When the injury happened, we're thinking 9 to 12 months. So he's already on an aggressive timetable. He's got this big knee brace on. So just have him rest. Target week 4. You're going up against Jacksonville. You got Trevor Lawrence. It'll be sort of a nice #1 pick battle. But if he's not ready then, just rest. There's zero reason to push him or to accelerate the timetable. No one really has Super Bowl expectations for the Bengals. You're growing. You're sort of following the same path as the Browns, but without all the coaching changes. Get a little better every year.
Bring them back after week 8.
Have your #1 pick, compete to get into the deep into the playoffs, and then try to win the Super Bowl. You don't have to rush. This is the timetable. Right. So if he's not ready week 1, don't even think about putting him out week 1, Jenna.
Bring him back. Bring him back after week 8. Week 8, you have the Jets. So I would wait until after week 8. Wow.
Oh, that would be good.
So you said the first 4 weeks.
Brandon knows where
patient.
Jets end up on everybody's schedule. I love it. I love it.
That defensive line is playing well in Florham Park right now. They're getting good.
Well.
Let's
Training camp started
with some quarterback talk.
Just roll with me, Nick.
Brandon's getting full reports. He's getting minute-by-minute reports of what's happening there in Florham Park. Hey, which of Jimmy G or Trey, which one will lead them? Come back, time for a little bit first. Roger Goodell, right? Good at so many things, like running a football league and other things. So, Sam, show the picture, producer Sam. When these two guys asked the commissioner for a selfie, being the commissioner who's good at a lot of things, like I mentioned, he obliged, right? The commissioner, he posed, he got everyone in the shot, he held out his arm, he focused, he framed, he finalized, he perfected, and snap. And he was like, here you go, guys, Roger Goodell selfie. Save it, sign it, maybe even sell it on eBay. Except for one tiny thing, one small, tiny detail. Selfie was 95% guys, 5% Goodell. Which, by the way, is 100% fantastic, might I just add, because at the end of the day, Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the Football League, the NFL, like all of us, is just a work in progress. And like my dad, but just a work in progress. Kevin Wild.
Jenna, an update from Tokyo. Team USA has defeated the Boom Squad. Australia, out of here. Team USA moving forward, so that's the good news. Unfortunately, on the track and field side of things, we've got some bad news. We finished 6th in the 4x100 relay. So have former USA track stars rallied around this team? That would be a no. Here's what Carl Lewis tweeted. The USA team did everything wrong in the men's relay. The passing system is wrong. Athletes running the wrong legs. And it was clear that there was no leadership. It was a total embarrassment and completely unacceptable for a USA team to look worse than the AAU kids I saw. Oh, not great, Carl Lewis, but that was probably the worst of it, right? Wrong. Christine Brennan called him up and said, hey, Carl, got anything else to say? He said, indeed, I do. This was a football coach taking a team to the Super Bowl and losing 99-0 because they were completely ill-prepared. Anything else, Carl?
Carl.
I got some more in the tank. In America, sitting there rooting for the United States, they have this clown show? I can't take it anymore. It's just unacceptable. It is not hard to do the relay. So, to Carl Lewis's credit, he was not blaming the athletes. He's blaming the coaching, saying that guys were running the wrong legs. We haven't won the gold in the 4x100 relay since 2000, so better luck next year. And by next year, unfortunately, I mean 4 years. And get Carl Lewis involved in the leadership so you don't get torched next time. Shout out to Carl Lewis.
I swear I thought he was going to say they were running it the wrong way. I'm like, they went the wrong way. That's really bad.